Hello everybody, welcome to the corner. Getting close, getting close. Almost to 1,000 subs. Kind of exciting in a way. Well, a big way. Good way. Been working on the giveaway cars over the past week. Being that things are quickly approaching. And got puttied and not primed yet. Got to shoot some primer on this. That's what this is for here. I'm going to shoot some primer on it. See where we're at on this one. But it's getting pretty close to shaping up here, I think. And then, this is the 51. All in putty. Reworked the back window a little bit more. I took off some of the molding just to kind of make that slope a little bit more smoother. The welting the head on here for the chrome trim is a little thick, I think, so I kind of thinned it, took it off the back window area and thinned it down on the drip rails a little bit. Still a little thick there, but yeah, that's them. Getting close. T-shirt I don't have to show you, I already showed you that. So. Okay, a few things have been happening here on the bench. Last weekend, the frame that you see before you was purple. Had some problems, big problems. Anyway, this is the color that it was. This is the engine that's going to be going into my KrAzIe. Chassis was this color until happened. I think I spray first off, I spray all my stuff outside. And it was kind of hot and a little humid the other weekend when I sprayed it. And I'm thinking the humidity index was just at the right point that it caused the paint to fog out. What happened was from about here back and from about here back on the top, both sides were about the same spot. The top was about here. This purple went to almost a light gray look. It just fogged out. Looked like garbage. And there's no way I was going to paint it and keep it that way. I'm using this color here on it, by the way. I'm about out of this, so I'm going to have to get some more. It's pretty empty, but I'm going to have to get some more of it. Now, part of me thought about, well, what I ended up doing is I ended up restripping it and shot it in primer again. This time, this primer, the filler primer here by Duplicolor. The other primer that I use is Rust-Oleum. I use this a lot on a lot of my stuff. It's good base, usually good primer. But this one, the paint can, something stopped up on the inside of the nozzle and I can't get it to come free, and there's still quite a bit left in there, but yeah, it is what it is. So I decided to use this filler primer, the high build stuff, and until I get some more of the Rust-Oleum stuff. But I ended up shooting this under this, and then I reshot the gold over that. So we're going to try it again. And part of me thought about shooting it in this red. The same red that I shot the Shelby in, which is tucked away under here. That's the Shelby in the red. But I was thinking about doing that, and I was messaging one of the guys, and they said, being that I was going to be doing this truck for what I'm going to be doing it for, which by the way is going to be Veronica's tribute. That's the reason why it's going to be done in purple. I've heard that she likes purple and vets, so that's kind of what I was thinking about, going with purple on this and kind of doing a tribute in her honor. Again, Rick and family, really sorry for your loss. Yeah, it's not a good thing. Just know that you have friends and family that are out there thinking of you, and caring about you and so on and so forth. I know it's tough times, but never been through it. Hope I never do, but I know it's got to be gut-wrenching. I know just the thought of it, just, yeah. Words can't say. But, like I say, I wanted to do this in a tribute to her, to kind of do it in purple and kind of say, hey, kind of thing. But, yeah. What I'll do is, I'll throw pictures of this at the end of what I had, the fogging on the top of the paint. I took a bunch of pictures of it just to kind of show a couple of guys what have you. I'll toss those in at the end of the video here, and you guys can kind of see what it did. But on a lighter side of notes, you probably see these pink and purple zip ties laying in the foreground here, and you're probably wondering, what are those for? What could you use a zip tie for? What could you do with that? Any ideas? Our very own old Tom, Rambler 69, he knows. He's seen pictures of it. Well, as a matter of fact, he's the one that came up with the idea of it. So, blame him for the madness. This guy right here, old Tom. Blame him. We'll blame him, okay? Put it to you this way. Y'all know this guy, Dr. No Good. This dude you gotta look out for, right here. This dude right here. But, old Tom made the comment when I introduced this fella here, and along with Frick and Frack, these three were causing mayhem. But old Tom came up with this idea. He needs a saw. Well, Tom went online on eBay, found a picture of one that was on eBay, like a kid's saw that was HO or on 1/25th scale. Thought that looked cool. But it's got to have my twist to it, right? Yeah, you know me. I mean, you understand by now that I don't like to leave things just like that. I've got to put my own little twist on things, right? Old Tom found out, as I sent him a picture yesterday, that this dude ain't going to get no ordinary saw. Put it to you this way, that's the bar to it. There's a saw. That's what I've got so far. Oop, missed it there. Proportion-wise, it'd be about right. For those of you who are wondering, this is the engine and final drive and then the transmission out of the Cherry Bomb chopper by Monogram. That was out years ago. Cherry Bomb show rod. Had that wild looking chopper on a trailer with a pot belly fuel tank on it. This is the engine out of that. Years ago when I was, well, I still am into the building the custom motorcycles and stuff. I've got a couple built. I cast these engines out of resin, and this is one of the copies that I had. I cut off the back side of the transmission. It usually had the transmission jutted out off the back here a little bit. I cut that off to make it look like the end of the drive of a chainsaw. Now what I'm going to do, I put this little leg on it just so it'll stand and not flop over. The chain and the bar will be on the ground, but the engine's kind of off the table. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple pipes coming off of here. I'm going to probably bring them down off the backside and out and zip them out, and then put a little muffler on the back and have the tailpipe of the muffler sticking up in here like some of the hot saws are. And I'm going to put a handle coming off either top of the front head out to kind of hold on to. And then have the trigger on the back side or something. That way he can be kind of holding on to it. Somehow I haven't figured out how to put the handles and stuff on it yet. Handle and trigger. Without a zip tie. What are you going to do that? Well, got to put a chain on this thing somehow, right? That'll be the chain to it. I don't know if that'll focus in enough. You can see the, well, you may not be able to, may not focus. But anyway, it's got the little striations of the zip tie in it. And it'll be, what I kind of thought would be kind of a resemblance of a chain. This will be painted, of course. It won't be pink. I'll probably paint the bar aluminum. I'll detail paint the engine out, you know, metal, steel, whatever else color, aluminum. I'll paint the base like black or something, and this will be kind of a darker gray. Almost like a steel color, maybe. But I'm going to cut the other ones here, wrap it around the bar, and glue it all on there. What I try to do is wrap the longest one around the nose, and then split it from here back to here back. That way this doesn't have, you know, the ending of a, probably go from there, then wrap the next one around all down to here, and then finish it off at the back somewhere. But anyway, you know me. I can't leave well enough alone. I gotta have a little fun with it, right? Oh, and by the way, it says right here, chop chop till we drop, right? Anyway, that's what this guy's gonna be doing. He's my new assistant in chopping up stuff. He's gonna help me cut stuff up with this thing, right? Along with my other chop saw that I've got. A few of you, most of you, all of you, probably seen it in my intro video. Don't know if I've shown this on the channel as far as a feature or nothing yet, but that's my other chop saw. When you really need the extra power to get the job done, fire up the 0426 and let her rip. Just a crazy idea that I had. I've had the nickname Dr. Kray for quite a while. And one of the guys says, you got to do something crazy to kind of show who you are. So I came up with this idea. Just something wild off the wall. This is a Atlas rail saw. They use it for cutting the rails on model trains. For, you know, cutting the rails down to size, the length you need. I have another one that I use often. I don't use them too often. I mainly use the Zona saw like this one. This is what I use to do a lot of my custom work with nowadays, the Zona saw. But this one, my other one, not this one, but the other one still gets quite a bit of use over the years. But all I did was took a 426 Hemi, cut the oil pan, set it on top, glued it down. Oh, sorry, Dr. No Good. Punched you in the nose. Knocked Frick over too. Oh, you gotta stand up. Come on. Blooper reel, as my daughter would call it. But then I put the wheels on there for like a little drive to drive the saw. This goes back into like a gearbox out to this wheel. This belt driven down to this wheel, which turns the blade back and forth. Yeah. You know, in theory it works, right? Then my little display for it. Cab of a 50 Ford pickup truck. I just ripped down through the roof and planted it in there just to have a little display base for it. A little bit better shot of it for you. That's just that was just built for fun. Along with my Hemi under glass, my 2006 Hemi under glass. I don't know if I've shown that on the channel or not either, but I want to say I did show the Hemi under glass on the channel before. 2001 Hemi under glass. That's my take on it. Yeah, it's actual glass. Snapple bottle. Oh, hey, the joke's on us. Look under the cap. There it is. Probably still opens, I don't know. Yeah, fun. So yeah, with that in mind, I'm hoping to get some more purple and get back on my truck again. Got fuel tanks all kind of, well, not kind of, but they're all, sorry guys, you gotta move. Fuel tanks have been all sanded down. They'll be going on there. The tanks are going to be purple to match the frame. Then these mount straps will be done in chrome, left in chrome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off the straps that you see here, shoot it, and then pull the tape off and then polish it out, smooth all the paint lines out of it. That's all the, oops, I just slid forward on me now. That's how the light bar underneath will look. It matched to the fuel tanks. It's coming along. Just a little setback on it. Again, there's a bumper for it. Tail light bar. Not bumper, but you know what I mean. But anywho, that's that for this week. Haven't really been doing much at the bench here. Been taking the 2 bodies for the giveaway to work with me. Making a mess at work versus here. I've been working on sanding these down, doing all the rough work at work. There, it don't matter if stuff gets on the floor, we just blow it out the aisle with the air hose anyway, and the sweeper comes by and picks it all up. So make the mess there instead of the carpeting here. Works a lot better. But yeah, anywho, with that in mind, I'm about done. Just a quick little note too. I've had a few guys ask questions and comments and whatever else. My daughter's surgery went well a month and a half ago. She's now in a walking cast, if you will. Not a walking cast, but it's like an air cast type dealing. But she's gotten to the point now where she's walking without it. She's not supposed to be doing a lot without the cast on right yet because bones are still healing after they cut them. But she's walking, she's up moving, she's doing good. She's getting mobile again, and last night was her first night playing snare drum at the pep band last night for homecoming. Our hometown team ended up winning the game last night, so that was kind of a sweet moment. But then again, they're kind of ranked one of the top schools here as far as their football program, so that's added bonus. But it started raining last night, of course. The band was supposed to play last night, and the rain going on, they decided to call it. They were afraid of lightning strikes and stuff, so they decided to call the game, or call the band off. The kids still played the game. All the equipment and stuff out in the rain last night, they didn't want everything getting too wet, so they decided to pull all the equipment back and call it a night for the band. But the team ended up winning last night for the homecoming, which is good. So Lily had a blast last night out there playing the snare drum with water flying everywhere. I tried getting a picture of it, but I couldn't get a good shot of her. Every time her sticks would hit the snare drum and water would spray up off the snare. It was pretty cool, but kids are having fun. But anywho, I think that's about all for this week for the update-io. Tomorrow I'll try to get another car. I'll do another feature on something. And who knows, maybe get something else out and have a little fun with that too. Got a couple ideas going. My son came up with an idea as far as something to do here on the channel, and I think I'm going to start it. I think I'm to that point where I'm ready to do it. And the good thing is, it's going to be up to you guys. You guys are going to help build it. So, think about that. Think where my mind could possibly go on that note and see what kind of trouble we can all get into, huh? One other thing too, I already pointed out what's underneath this one. You can't really see it right now. Here, let me get. That's my Nova wagon underneath the towel back here. I had somebody ask me in the comments, what's underneath the towels? Well, I don't have a whole lot of space, if you will, to store and display stuff. That's why you see, like, behind all this mess here, my Potbelly 53 Ford is still sitting out. I should have that covered too, but I got things covered with paper towel. I've got a couple on my shelf up here above the shelf, above where we're at, up here. Oh, here, I'll take you for a ride quick. Those three that are right there, they're underneath paper towels too. I just do that just because I don't have anywhere to really display them right yet. And it's nice to kind of keep the dust off by doing that. So, whoa, hang on. Woo, go for a ride. That's why I do that. Display cases behind me are all pretty well full. I've been cycling older builds out and putting newer stuff in just to kind of keep it fresh, but I'm running out of room to do that too. But, you know. Anyway, enough of my rambling on. I'm going to leave you all alone. Cut you all loose. And we'll do another video tomorrow. With that in mind, have a good Saturday, everybody. Thanks again to all my subscribers. Thanks to old Tom for giving me the push along with my son Brian. You both helped out quite a bit to get this channel up and going. Appreciate it to both of you. Both of yous. And if you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button. Click the like buttons. Hit that notification bell up top just to let you know when new stuff like craziness like this comes out. With that in mind, here comes some pictures for you to show you the debacle that I had in this. And hopefully Joe don't have to look that one up, but debacle is chaos. That's all right. Welcome to my world, right? Chaotic mind. Chaotic mind like somebody else's, we all know. Yeah. Anyway, keep scratching that plastic, everybody. We'll see you on the corner. Take care.